Welcome! Today I'm going to give you a tour, a house tour of the inside of our Iowa farmhouse where our large family of 15 just moved into. About 3 months ago we bought this house from a couple. It was originally a 1915 farmhouse, and then the couple that lived here before us, they added on 2 additions, one to each side of the house. So we knew, we had been living in the city and we knew that we just needed room to run. The kids, we have 13 kids that still live in the home. We do have 3 teenagers, actually not even teenagers, they're in their 20s. Oh my gosh. They are 24, and 23, and they don't live with us, but we still do have 13 kids at home. So today I'm going to show you what the inside of our farmhouse looks like. We did buy this because we knew it was a fixer-upper. That is what we love to do. We love to buy houses that need some work. We walk around, we use some vision, and we see all the possibilities. Now, I already have done an outdoor outdoor farm tour. If you haven't seen that, catch it, because we've only lived here for 3 months, but yet we have done so much work to the outside of our acreage. So you'll have to go back and watch all the fun things that we've done on the outside of our house. But today is the indoor house tour, and we are starting right here where actually it's our side door to our house, because this is the door that we always use when we come in the house. So we have this hallway that you walk into, and we've done just a little tiny bit of decorating. Not everything is probably going to stay where it's at right now. I bought this shoe holder. We have the biggest problem with shoes, as you can imagine, with so many people and coming in and out of the acreage. So here is the little hallway that we walk down to come into the house, and right off of this entrance is my office. Now, this is the first time that I have ever had my own office. Normally, I have to set up a desk in my bedroom. This house, I was so excited because I actually got my very own office, and I was just thrilled. Over here though, as you come in the back door and you walk down our little hallway, this is what we call our sunroom. And this is like our favorite room in the house. This is where we do watch TV, but we get to sit on the couches and we get to look outside and we get to see everything going on, the kids playing, the animals roaming around. Well, with the leaves on the trees, you can't really see it very well, but there is a nice view out here. And there are a lot of rolling hills, which are really pretty. So we have all kinds of ideas on things that we want to do to this room. But for now, we're just starting small, like by putting up, there's all the trim that goes in this room. We need to paint the trim. But we are talking about making this a little bit more of a neutral color, even though we do like the bright yellow. And it does look good for a sunroom, like boho-y, right? Like neutrals with woods. And that table underneath the TV, Sean got that beam out of the barn and did build that table for us, which I always love that. I love using like materials that you can find around your home, or things that were left that have been a part of this place for like so long. I just think that that is so cool. Plus, we love to recycle, and so using anything that we can that we already have, we feel is just nice to be able to do that. Next, right off of this sunroom is our bathroom. The bathroom, although it's not bad, it does need some work, and that you're going to find that in our house, that is actually the story for every room. A lot of the finishing touches weren't done, so like Sean just got done putting up all of the casing around the door, and like the bathroom still needs trim. It needs to be painted. We're going to pick a different color, I think, than white. I was kind of thinking about doing maybe a beach theme in here. We spent some time in Texas at the beach and we loved it. So, but I'm still kind of throwing ideas around. It does have a shower in here, and so it is actually a full bathroom. Off of the bathroom is our kitchen. So the sunroom and the kitchen are all kind of one big huge room, which is nice because we can have people sitting at like the bar area there, and people sitting over here, and we can all have a conversation. It's nice to be able to have all that seating so that way everybody can kind of sit and talk. We do have a couple different doors that are off of our kitchen. This one actually goes to our unfinished basement. We do have like this cabinet area here, which I like. We do actually use all of the cabinets, but we have considered taking this wall out and opening this up because this little tiny doorway over here just doesn't work for us. And there's a living room actually on the other side of this wall, which I'll show you in a little bit. But we have been in talks about doing all kinds of things. We've talked about taking out the wall where the fridge is, and we've talked about like moving rooms around. I think this will always stay the kitchen, but we have talked about changing other rooms in the house to be something different. But here is the kitchen. It's not like huge. It reminds us of the kitchen that we had in our cabin that we rented in the mountains. And that kitchen was actually really, it was so nice. It was beautiful. But we have, one of the things that I loved when we toured the house was we have this regular stove and oven, and then we also have an oven over there. So that I've never had two before. So having the two of them, I feel like this will be the first year, like at Thanksgiving time or the holidays, that I've been able to have two ovens, because you know, we're always making like a lot of different dishes, and we have to try to calculate like when to put something in and how many things can we fit in the oven, and then you have this big huge turkey, and so it's going to be so nice having two different ovens. And then the other thing that I've never had before, and this probably sounds really funny, but are these like little doors where you can store things. So like this is all of our bread, and I've never had that before in a house. And so that is nice too, having that. We do have a pretty big fridge. We probably, for our family, need a commercial fridge because this one really isn't big enough. We are going to have to get a second fridge. We do have a deep freezer in the basement that we do put all of our extra freezer stuff in, which is nice. But I also need an extra fridge. I've thought about putting it in the pantry, but I don't think our pantry is big enough, which is why I am, of course, trying to talk Sean into making me a bigger pantry. So we'll go to the pantry next, because that actually is the next door that is right here off of the kitchen. And it did not have these cabinets in here. These cabinets were in Elena's bedroom and Elena, Jade, and Charlie's room. They all three share a room. And so we took these out of Elena's room and put them in the pantry. Same with the upper cabinets there too. So to actually use this more like a pantry. So, and then we bought another microwave, because this one is a normal size microwave and this one over here is just kind of a little tiny microwave. So we knew we needed something bigger, so we actually have two microwaves now. And then I bought these on Amazon. I really like these. These turned out nice. So I have like the fruits up here. I have like potatoes and onions here. And then this one is usually another fruit one, but the kids have already ate all of the oranges, mangoes, green apples. And so those are gone already. So we have an empty basket there, but normally they are all completely full. I do have a cabinet here that hasn't been hung yet, and then I have shelving that actually goes under that cabinet. I am not sure a good place to store my paper towels and all of this big stuff we get from Costco, which is why I need a bigger pantry, right? Yes. So that's what I keep telling Sean, we need to add on right here, and we need to bump this out and make this a bigger pantry, so that way I have room. Actually, it'd be really nice to have shelving to set like cans and jars. It would be nice to have countertops where I can put set my Instant Pot up and set my crock pots up and set my mixer up and already have it like set out and ready to go. And then you could just go in your pantry and do that stuff instead of making your kitchen a complete disaster. You could just make your pantry a disaster and then close the door. No, actually, I teach the kids to clean up after themselves, but just kind of joking because sometimes, you know, it doesn't happen immediately, and so it would be nice to be able to contain it somewhere else. Also, at that entryway, the entrance to the house that we are using right now on the side, we're actually going to add on there too, and we are going to build a mud room. The name of it is exactly why we need to do that, because there is so much mud and the kids' shoes and their muck boots, and we just need a room where we can sit down, take our shoes off, and have a place to store all of the shoes and all of the muddy shoes. So that is on our list of like higher priorities, is to add on that mud room. But then I thought, I mean, why, when we're adding that on, why not just, you know, add on to the pantry too? So, okay, next we are going to go from the sunroom and our kitchen, and we are heading into the dining room. I am now in the dining room. So I came through this door right here, which is the kitchen, into the dining room. This is original to the house, and actually I believe the kitchen area is also original to the house. Why they have the tiny little doorway, I'm not sure. I know that they added this fireplace right here, or maybe this fireplace was here already, I guess, because it does look a little bit older, but I'm not sure what year. But we do want to make this doorway a little bit bigger that comes into this dining room. Lots of amazing windows right there letting in light, although it still is kind of dark in this room because this is the room that has the lowest ceiling in the house, and I'm not sure why. We've contemplated checking up there to see if we could go higher in this room. The other thing we've talked about is making this the entryway to the house instead of that door right over there, which we do not use right now. Again, we took the front porch off and we have that door all closed up. We are just kind of thinking through that and seeing what else we could do. We could make the room behind me a dining area. We turn on the lights so you can see a little bit better here. So we have this living room, which I call living room 1, and those are actually the back doors that go to the back of the house. And out here, it's really pretty. This is where our tree-lined area is with all the trees they planted and somebody had mentioned this too, and yes, it is for a windbreak back there. We had talked about making a driveway through there. But this living room really doesn't get used at all. We do have a TV in here, but come to find out the TV is actually broken. Once you come into the dining room, we also have an area over here. And this will be another addition to the house that we're going to go look at right now. And this is what I refer to as living room 2. This is actually where all the kids watch TV. This is where the little kids come and play. You can see we have all the toys, and we try to keep everything contained, clean, organized. So most of the toys are in there. We do have some stuff over here too. But this is where the kids come and they play. And if you're Logan, you like to jump on the couches. And yes, so we do have a window air conditioner in here because this part of the house actually does not have central air conditioning. We are going to have to put that in, which we will do at a later time. This thing is a beast and it works great. And then the kids also have them in their bedrooms too. So again, living room number 2, as I call it. It's our TV room, playroom, and then there are our stairs that go upstairs, and then we have 2 kids' bedrooms here, and we will go look at those next. All right, we're in the boys' room, and this room is a work in progress.
What do you mean? It looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We did paint this wall here. It's not 100% complete. As you can tell, the edges still need trimmed.
They did a crap job of it.
It was John that painted it. So this is their bedroom. It is a small bedroom, but it was nice because we were able to have an extra room. We are planning on doing adding more rooms. So eventually, hopefully, we will be able to have some bigger rooms, or at least only one kid in a small room. So we'll come in here and we'll hang pictures and finish painting, add up the trim, all that stuff.
But we really don't care.
I know you don't. I know you guys don't, which I appreciate. I appreciate that. because it's easier on us. Woo! Next, it's Charlie. And so in this room is Charlie, Elena, and Jade. So we are in Charlie, Elena, and Jade's room, and this is it's another smaller room. It's not too small.
Yeah, it says it doesn't have a closet. We all gonna like find this right here, and like Dad's just gonna like squeeze it.
Squeeze it.
Like and then we can put our closet.
Yes.
But if Elena wants to put a vanity, we have to take her bed out, put her room right here, and put the closet.
So that is, yeah, there's Elena's vanity that she got for her birthday. We have the beautiful filing cabinet that she found, I don't know where, somewhere in this house. Because in this room, actually, there were cabinets along this whole wall here, upper and lower. And there were cabinets and countertop all along this wall here, upper and lower. And so we took them out because I think they used it as a closet. I mean, not as a closet. They used it as an office, which is why it doesn't have a closet. So we have the vanity, the little side table, a bed here, and then we have a bunk bed over here. They do still have, Elena has done phenomenal at organizing everything. She did a good job. We were talking about getting like a temporary closet, or maybe stuff to put, like stuff under the beds, but in a different way.
Yeah, drawers.
Yeah. We're thinking about adding another bedroom. I know we added one already. We're thinking about adding another one on the main level, and maybe taking out one of the living rooms, because we have 3 living rooms, and I don't know that we necessarily need 3 living rooms. It is nice having 2, I will say. It is nice having 2 living rooms, so that way we can have people watching in different areas of the house. The TVs don't conflict with one another because you can't hear them, and adults can watch, or older kids can watch, younger kids can watch. So that has been really nice having that. In this room, we were talking about adding another room next to this one, and then putting a closet in between the 2 rooms, so that way each of those rooms has a closet then. But next is the upstairs. We have 4 bedrooms upstairs. I am upstairs now, and I am starting in the master bedroom. Now, most of the bedrooms up here need some type of huge makeover. Actually, in these old houses, I said this once before, and the older houses, like the older farmhouses, they did not have closets in bedrooms, which is just, it's so crazy. So for some of the kids, like I keep their clothes in my closet because we have a really big closet and I have room for them. And so it just makes it easier that way because they don't have one. Right now I'm in the master bedroom. This was one of the second additions that they did to the house. And this room is ginormous. It is the biggest master bedroom that I have ever had. And there's like all these little nooks. So we're thinking about doing some really fun things with this room. So let me show you. So here's the door, and you walk in, and the master bedroom is really big. So we have our bed set up there. We have a little table over there because Sean needed a place to set his computer and work sometimes. There's so much room here, we don't even really know what to do with it. Right now I have this stuff tucked in over here. This is stuff that actually needs to go down to our storage room. We come around here. Lots of great lighting in the room, which I love. Over here we have a bathroom and a closet. So let me take you to the master bathroom. The bathroom is actually pretty big too. The tub does work, but the shower was not working. And so Sean fixed that, so that works. The toilet wasn't working. He went ahead and put on the toilet, so that way we had that toilet, because bathrooms are important when you have such a large family. The last thing we still haven't done, but we've been trying to look for a different sink. We're not really fond of this sink with the scallops on it. And so I think we're just going to go ahead and get one from Menards when we're in Omaha again. It does have like this area right here. Nice little vanity. I've never had that either. So that's kind of cool. And then the master closet is big. There's actually 2 closets. We actually have that one locked up, and everything we need locked up is in that back closet back there, which that back closet is actually original to the house. Anyways, so we come out of the master bedroom. This is kind of, this is the area of the house that I don't love, is right through my master bedroom door into the laundry room. I am now in the laundry room, and like I said, this is one of the areas where I feel like I'd really like to redo this. I don't mind having, actually I like having the laundry upstairs. It's not really a laundry room. We kind of consider this a hallway from like one end of the upstairs to the other. And so the laundry room just kind of sits right outside our bedroom door in this hallway area, and I'm not in love with that. So at some point maybe we can figure something else out and redo this, but for now this is what we have, and it works. So there is the washer and dryer, which they are almost always running. As you can tell, the washer's running now. The dryer is done, but we also have these like doors that come with old houses, but those are like little attic areas in the house, and we do have a couple of those. And I mean, this area is pretty big, but again, it's kind of a hallway from one side to the other of the house. We have a built-in ironing board there, which we don't really iron a lot, but I guess just in case we need to. Now we're going to go through this door right here, which actually takes us to the other side of the upstairs. Now I'm in the little boys' room, and when I say little boys, I mean Christian and Logan. This is the little boys' room, and there's all kinds of things that come to my mind on things we could do in here. So they do have bunk beds. It is a little bit of a smaller bedroom, but they really don't need much space. They're usually outside all the time. There's one of the Dobby doors. That's another little attic storage area that Christian likes to call his Dobby door. And so funny to me. We have the little storage there for toys. We have the cubes here for toys. We thought about putting a TV up here. I don't know if that's necessary, but I do want to get like pictures and just some fun things to hang on the walls. If you could tell, like, Logan loves dinosaurs. He has his dino blanket. He has his little dinos over there that he always has to have and sleep with. Christian, you know, has his puppy and actually his puppy sleeping bag that he has had like forever. And those are just like some of their little favorite things that they have that just kind of go with us everywhere we go. Next, I am in the little girl's bedroom. So when I say little girls, I mean Eden and baby Jay. And I get a lot of questions about Eden and Brianna. And so Eden does stay here most of the time. And then Brianna actually does come out and stay the night a lot. She's still, for the most part, you know, in Omaha, but she comes out and stays the night all the time. That way she can be with Eden and see her and hang out with her and do all the mom things. So Eden is in here, and then baby Jay, who is our foster daughter, she is in here with Eden. Baby Jay is a little bit older than Eden, but they are close in age. So they are growing up together, which is so fun to see because they have so much fun together and they get to hang out every day, which is kind of cool to watch. So this is their bedroom. And so we have their beds over here. Each of them have their own crib. And I am going to do, just like with the boys' room, I'm going to do some fun things. We're going to paint. We're going to put some wall decor up. We're going to get some like matching crib sheets and that kind of stuff. We do have window air conditioners in the bedrooms because we don't have central air conditioning up here. And so we had to have those to make it through the Iowa summer. So we have also this area right here, which I did not clean up, so you were seeing the reality. This was actually John and Gavin's room. We moved John and Gavin and then moved the girls in here. So John and Gavin still have some of their stuff here, clothes. It is still a little bit of a work in progress. We have not had a chance to like move everything yet into its place. We've actually, I feel pretty proud because we've gone through a lot of our stuff and got a lot put away. But just kind of doing the bedrooms and stuff, we haven't had a chance to get it all completely done yet. And as I go in and remodel each room, that will be my chance to be able to get everything in its place and organized. And at least that's what I'm thinking right now. Last bedroom, and this is the last space in the house that I haven't shown you yet. So we are in the older girl's bedroom. And I guess we have two of those because we do have the bedroom where Elena, Jade, and Charlie are at. But this room is Emma, Rosie, Lily, and Isabella. And they actually have it's a pretty big room. This used to be the master bedroom when they did one of the additions before they added the other addition and changed the master bedroom to the other side. We have Emma's bed and we have Rosie, and then over here the girls have an idea. This is Isabella and this is Lily. You can tell by her sign right there that that is Lily's face. Now these two girls right here have talked about putting the bunk beds together. I don't know if that's possible with the way the ceiling is slanted, but they were talking about putting that together and then making one of these spaces here for like a desk or something. And then if it wasn't possible, I did have somebody throw out an idea at me that said maybe Sean could lift these beds off the floor a little bit higher and make like desk areas underneath them, which I thought that was like a really good idea. I thought, man, that actually might work and give them each like separate spaces to have their stuff. So then also I have over here, they have double closets. We have a walk-in closet, which I think Izzy and Lily share. And some of the other stuff, maybe like their coats and stuff, are in there. And then over here, we also have Rosie and Emma that share this closet. Now the doors are off. They're sitting here. Again, it's from when we carpeted the house and then we didn't put the doors back on yet because, well, we still need to put some finishing touches on the carpet. We were just trying to get the majority of it done so that way we could move on to the next fire that we had to put out back then. And now it's just a matter, I think, of we want to be able to do all the outside stuff we can do while it's nice out, and then we will come back, you know, and do the inside stuff when we can't be outside. So there are some like rainy days and things where we do some of the work on the inside. But the majority of the time we are trying to do the outdoor work because we know we're going to have probably at least 5 months where we are not going to be able to do that. I did not show you our upstairs bathroom. We do have another upstairs bathroom that is not in the master bedroom, but that is like a total gut job. It is almost, I think, original to the house. So we really don't use that bathroom. So we are in the middle of picking out things to remodel that bathroom. So anyways, I won't show you that right now. I will show you though when we go to remodel it, the start to finish, because it is going to be like just a huge, huge difference. I hope you enjoyed our house tour of our large family of 15 people. Can you believe that? All in one house. The house actually is fairly big. It's about 3,300 square feet. We have an unfinished basement. I'm hoping at some point we can finish it, but we have to get all the water issues under control because there's no sense in finishing it and then having everything get ruined by water. So that may take some time to finish it, but 3,300 square feet is still good. I think it's the biggest house we've ever had. So I hope you enjoyed our house tour and we will see you next time. Bye.